used the word empowerment, and it essentially brought the governance to be much more enhanced at that moment. And you made it sound so easy, but I'm sure there's a lot of perseverance, a lot of resilience over the 2 years journey that you took, right? What will you say is that turning point or that key driving force that really made it all that possible?
Well, they brought me in, I assume, because I had experience of transformation. I had experience of transformation in some of the world's leading companies. That was a blessing and a curse, if I'm being honest. Initially, we didn't want to hear about what it was like in the MNC world. I didn't deviate from what I know and what I knew was the right course to take. So you talk about perseverance, absolutely, resilience, absolutely. But I wasn't going to give up because I knew I was right. And I don't mean to be arrogant by saying that. I knew I had the answers, but you have to go and be able to sell that story in a compelling way that resonates with the audience that you're talking to. But now, having 3 years further on, I now understand why it took so long. I understand why it needed to take that long. We had to get everyone 300% comfortable with taking those baby steps. And we backed it up with actual reality that's better than what they had before. They had the first procurement plan ever. You know, I've never worked anywhere in my life, an organization the size of this one, that doesn't have a procurement plan. That sort of told me right in the early days, value is not part of this equation. Now, it very much is. And next year, it's going to be PLL impact and value. You can actually then take giant steps quite quickly, but you've got to earn that right. And that right took nearly 3 years to put in place.
That's an amazing story and journey. You took 3 years to break down walls that has been put up over, I don't know how many decades, but it's really bringing back procurement to the fundamentals that we have always been talking about.
Absolutely.
Having a seat at the table, procurement really delivering value. And it's really a showcase, a really good showcase of what regenerative procurement really means, right?
I hope so.
And I think this is about enabling the business, putting in place also a team. You talk about capability building, putting in place a team that can sustain that whole principles that you have put in place going forward, right? Now, if I may, I'll probably try to boil this down into four succinct points to say that how could other organizations take this journey, right? Number one, I think it's very important that you set a target, you set the end state in mind. As you mentioned, having that to guide the North Star of where you are heading. Number two, I think it's about getting everybody to head towards there. One team, one goal, serving one direction, right? Now, 3 may sound a bit simple, but getting everyone to stick to the plan, I guess, is your 2 to 3 years journey that really get people to just stick to that path. And really at the end of the day is celebrating the little successes, the small successes all along the way so that you can get everybody to acknowledge that you are doing a great job, continue down the same path. Thank you very much for sharing your
pleasure.
Yeah,
pleasure. Thank you very much for allowing me to share.